So in this way, we have completed the first part of our program, and this first part of program is mainly focused on appreciation of human birth and how to make best use of this precious human being, human birth, this precious human birth. Now, in the second part, as I have mentioned, Buddhism can be classified into three categories: Buddhist science, Buddhist philosophy, and Buddhist practice. In Buddhist philosophy, we have four major schools of thought, that is Vaibhashika, Sautantrika, Madhyamika, mind-only school, Vaibhashika school, Sautantrika school, Chittamandran school, or mind-only school, are based on the understanding of the fact that every phenomena has true existence, has intrinsic existence. Whereas the Madhyamika school of thought emphasizes that every phenomena is mere imputation of our thought, is merely designation, cannot be found under investigation. All these schools of thought use their logical reasonings to ascertain their philosophical thesis or philosophical view. This clearly indicates that Buddhism is not a blind faith. If it's a blind faith, then we will have no room for investigation. We have to accept whatever is said, whatever is declared in the scripture. But since it is not such like that with Buddhism, whenever I get to see and meet some scientists, talk about their science findings, I become so curious. I like to discuss more and more detail with them. Of course, my understanding of science is so limited. But what makes us ourselves to be part of such investigation is that Buddhism being open to all the scientific findings. Why we are open to scientific findings? It's because we believe in truth. Whatever truth comes about, we have to accept it. We do have certain explanations with regard to shape of the world, shape of the earth, or about the celestial things. But we have to understand that Buddha's teachings is not something in Tibetan language, in Tibetan saying, relative namyuk. It is not like that. Or Zumukanden Shar. Whoever poses, whoever shows you this is east, then you have to accept it. It is not like that. Buddha himself said that as you investigate the quality of a gold through rubbing, cutting, putting it into fire, you need to examine my teaching and accept it, not with blind faith. We have seen from so many historical teachers of the past, it is only the Buddha who had the courage to say that investigate my teaching. No other teacher on this earth has been so clear about such things. So this clearly indicates that when we do certain things, when we think about our practice, when we think about certain ideas, we must investigate. We should not accept it with blind faith. Having said that, we have to also understand that there are certain teachings, especially in Tantra, where we have to accept through our faith. But even in Tantra, so many of the practices, so many of the teachings are and can be understood through the use of reasoning. So that is why Buddhism is the only religion in this world which goes parallel with science. Not only that, these days, more and more scientists are becoming more and more interested in Buddhism and getting to learn many things from Buddhism. Why is it so? It is because Buddhism is a teaching that is based on the understanding of the nature of mind, that is based on how to train this mind, and that is based on how to improve this mind. There's no other religion, from my little knowledge, which has such an extensive explanation on the nature of mind, other than Buddhism. As I mentioned in my previous talk, we all want happiness. We all want peace. We all want peace and tranquility. If we investigate, we get to see only through engaging ourselves with our mind, we get to experience peace and tranquility. Without touching our mind, it is impossible for experiencing long-lasting peace and happiness. His Holiness one time mentioned at a teaching, saying that peace and tranquility cannot be bought from big shopping malls. In the West, here in Taiwan, I've just visited Sogo. There's so many things you can choose, you can buy. But if we find out nobody has gone there and nobody has ever been buy peace and tranquility from these big shopping malls, they have gone there to purchase something, but not to purchase peace and tranquility. Maybe with the hope of getting some peace and tranquility, with the hope of getting some kind of happiness. Say, suppose you buy an iPhone with the hope of getting some kind of happiness. But next thing, after you have purchased iPhone, you will realize that there's another better iPhone. I've been informed that iPhone 6 has now been in the market. I'm so sure many of us who have iPhone 5 are now not satisfied with what they have. If they have sufficient money, they really look forward for getting iPhone 6. This clearly indicates the material wealth, what you have achieved, does not give long-lasting peace and happiness. You get something, maybe you are happy for some moment, then this happiness is changed. Next time you work on getting some another thing. So with hope of getting more happiness. But again, this doesn't happen. Surely, clearly indicates that until and unless we have some understanding of this nature of mind, we shall not gain long-lasting peace and happiness. That is why these days, now the scientists have been trying to investigate with the use of so many sophisticated machines and tools, and find out. And they have really found that mind can, of course, alter certain functions of brain. With a positive mind, certain cells that are good for our brain are increased. Whereas with a negative thought, certain cells which are bad for our health are increased. So this clearly indicates even for our good health, we need mind that is peace, that is calm, that is at a natural state. So that is why scientists have been imaging some of our Tibetan meditators' brain, and to their excitement, they have found that these meditators have achieved something that normally ordinary people could not have achieved. So that is why we need to go for training. And in going for training comes what we call as Buddhist practice. Practice, as I've been mentioning before, practice means nyamlen. In nyamlen includes meditation. What is meant by meditation? Meditation means, in Tibetan language, gom. That is familiarizing yourself with a positive thought. The more you yourself familiarize with that positive thought, that thought becomes easier for yourself. So gom actually means training your mind to a positive attitude. So to become a Buddhist practitioner, it is indispensable for us to practice certain level of meditation. Without meditation, and just by engaging into an intellectual understanding of Buddhism, is not going to change your heart, is not going to get you better, is not going to make you better. So that is why in Buddhism we have what we call as Tösam Gomsum, Töba, Samba, Gomba. Töba means understanding. We have a word for that. Wisdom arising from understanding or listening. Secondly, Samba, wisdom arising from contemplation. And thirdly, wisdom arising from meditation. So at the initial level, we have to have as many as teachings possible. But if you remain these teachings in your tape recorder or at your just brain level, that is not going to change you anyway. So it's like recording something and then not actually listening to it. Listening means relating to your heart. So listening here actually means that you have to relate everything not just at mental level, but you are at heart level. For the heart level, you have to have contemplation. For the heart level, to get to the heart level, you have to have contemplation, contemplative experience. And then eventually you shall be able to come to the point of meditation level. That is wisdom arising from meditation. So now, of course, meditation, the word itself is a very, very popular word, like yoga word. Meditation is very, very popular. But we have to understand how to practice meditation. Because we need to understand how to familiarize ourselves with positive qualities, positive attitudes. So, in the meditation, there are many, many levels of practice. From engaging ourselves into the single-pointed concentration on breathing, to the visualization of deities, to the practice of tumo, like that. But fundamentally, in getting to a state of practice that leads to realizations, different levels of realizations, fundamentally, we need to cultivate a peaceful, calmed, still state of mind. For that, we need to do sitting meditation. Of course, there is in Tibetan Buddhism we call Jegum and Jogum. Jegum is analytical meditation, and Jogum is single-pointed meditation. But in the beginning, we must work on cultivating Jogum. Of course, we can implement Jegum in between, but to gain a calm state of mind, Jogum is very essential in the beginning. That is single-pointed concentration. For cultivating single-pointed concentration, it's highly recommended that you choose a calmed, peaceful place to meditate. After having chosen that place, did regularly, if possible, at least 10-15 minutes in the morning, 10-15 minutes in the evening. Having found that place, go there, sit and sit. Find out how long you can sit first. Sit comfortably. If you are not used to meditation, you'll realize within minutes you feel pain in your legs, you feel pain in your neck, you feel pain in your knees. That clearly indicates that you are not used to meditation. But you should not be discouraged. Being able to find that I have pain here and there itself is a wonderful first step. And sit on the cushion comfortably. Assume correct body postures. And then Relax yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. Forget about the past. Forget about future. Just be at the present moment by watching your breath. Just being in the present moment by watching your breath. In and out, in and out. First, have a deep breath for a few moments so that you can watch and observe your breathing. Why we choose breathing as an object of meditation? It's so simple. Breathing is so available, and it is within us, and it is a neutral object. Because of being neutral object, because it's so abundant and easy to meditate on, usually we take breathing as an object of meditation, and we meditate on it. First, meditate on it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, continue to meditate on it. And then eventually you shall be able to focus without mental sinking and without mental excitement. You shall be able to focus for at least 5, 6, even to 10 minutes. If you have achieved such thing, then you have achieved really a solid, wonderful foundation of single-pointed meditation. These days, we have a program called mindfulness meditation. And this program is becoming more and more popular, mindfulness meditation. It's because with this kind of meditation, you become mindful. You become focused. Tranquility is within you. Peace is within you. Calm state of mind is within you. Still state of mind is within you. And you have these qualities. Physically, you feel relaxed. Mentally, you feel relaxed. Emotionally, you feel relaxed. And when you are physically, mentally, emotionally relaxed, you experience health, good health. And if you have achieved such good health, then you can engage into any kind of activities, whatever you wish to. Mentally you are prepared, physically you are prepared. So that is why, from the very outset, meditation is indispensable for our spiritual journey, for our good life, good health, good mental state of mind, positive mental state of mind. Thank you very much.